Hello everyone, my name is Kuldeep Dileep and I'm an electrical engineering student at Habib University. This is week 1 and we are planning to make a game called Aladdin, and in this video I would like to share the progress of my team. So far we are able to design this UML that you can see on the screen. So basically before we go on the UML, first let me give you an idea what UML is. So UML is an abbreviation for Unified Modeling Language, which actually gives the viewer an idea about the relationship between different classes. For example, if in our UML you can see we have this class called character, which has a strong aggregation with different other classes like quit button, play button, save button. What this means is that if there's no character class, there won't be any quit button and save button. So what does character do? Character basically generates different characters, for example A, B, C, D, which are then used to form the buttons. So if there are no characters, we can't form buttons. Similarly, if we have a look at the base screen, which inherits 3 different other classes, for example game over, main menu, splash screen. So this shows that base screen here is the abstract class with 2 virtual function, which is common between 3 different classes. So all these 3 classes, game over, main menu, splash screen, would use these 2 functions called initiate and close to initialize their screen, and they also have their own functions, but these are the 2 functions that are common between them. Moreover, we also have classes like Aladdin, which actually creates the character of the game, which is the main character. We also have a class called enemy, which generates different enemies randomly, and we also have class for collect apples, which creates different objects of apple for the character to collect. Then we also have power-ups. We also have a class called throw parts, and we have a lot of classes which has been linked with each other using this concept of UML. Now my other group member will talk about the game screen.
My job was to create the menu screen and the game over screen of the game. This is the game over screen and this is the menu screen. As you can see that in these both screens there is a small Aladdin's lamp over here, and the idea behind putting this lamp is that when the cursor hovers over the button, this lamp will move in back and forth direction. This is the screenshot of the original Aladdin game, and we are trying to make our game exactly like the original one with few modifications in order to give our game a local context.
So what's going on everybody, this is Haroon from Habib University. So my progress so far is that I've implemented all the header files accordingly from the UML. What you can see on the screen right now are all the header files which we would be using in our game, and in these header files what I've done is I've described all the attributes and all the methods I would be using for the sake of my game. I will show you a few important classes that you would be using in our game. This is the base screen, which would be inherited into other screens afterward, and then we have the character, which will basically allow us to create all those create words on the buttons, and then we have the game manager, and then we have a separate class for our player, which is Aladdin, and then we have a few implementations such as nodes, in which we have studied in our class, endpoint, etc. And